redneck. It's pretty fast to implement a change right now. Because Trump. So like after that year, does she get to stay there and stay in school, or does she have to go back? Can she play a different sport? Damn, that's kind of fucked up though, isn't it? Okay, could you like hypothetically go to another state and play? Yeah, that just seems like something that doesn't really need to be there. If that kid is passing their grades and doing everything right, then they should be allowed to play. But whatever. Shift here is crazy. I was wondering if anybody else noticed that. I think you mean flown here. I don't know actually. I'm gonna say no because I don't think Force has played yet. What'd you say? Man, there we go. My first team in the 10 seasons we've been here, I've had a team at 90 or above. Nah, when I took over this team, there was like an 81. Third.
Welcome, everyone, to Rice-Eccles Stadium and one of the most intimidating environments in all of college football, mostly because the Utah Utes are always a handful. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see a squad from the ACC,
I guess I could just watch
the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Utah
I don't want to
Utes.
download FanDuel.
For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Hokies will kick it away first.
Set for 7.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll run this play from the pistol. Quarterback checking off.
I like those all-black uniforms.
They think there's room to run to the right here. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
The inside handoff. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. They'll need 3 yards here on 3rd down to keep this opening drive alive. to the ground to try to pick up the first. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Steph Curry might get a triple-double, too. He has 10 rebounds. Yep, 7 assists.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. To the air. It's Westbrook. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. The Utes will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Oh, this is a bad, bad shank. That is not helpful at all as the ball goes out of bounds right around the 35-yard line. And what great field position to start. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding the football?
Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Let's see what they do on 2nd. Handoff to the single back. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down.
And that is just an attitude run. Running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
That's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. They agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. On the run, it's Slater. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. It's good. Easy call for the ref. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute and put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Caught. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. Back to pass, it's Westbrook. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Tips, deflections, those are such good things for defense. A lot of times they lead to interceptions and big plays. Just try to get any kind of disruption you can.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Avoids pressure. Now improvising. He's looking on the right side. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting.
Tackled, but he has a first down.
That is an impressive run. And I'll tell you, I know when we think Virginia Tech offense, we're always talking about running quarterbacks, but they've oftentimes had a running back to go along with that mobile QB threat. And it makes this rushing attack so difficult to stop. This guy right here really has the ability to do it on his own, though. Because of his speed and power, he is dangerous.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll put the tight end in motion. They want to throw it. They're working that left side. At the 35, he's loose. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. If the Hokies can keep this up in the passing game, that'll make them touch that Hokie stone with a little more enthusiasm.
Yeah, it'll get them jacked up. It'll get them excited. A lot of times with Virginia Tech, man, we've seen it. It's the defense. It's the special teams. But when they can get that QB throwing the ball down the field and create some balance, it's when they have their best teams.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for him.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Gives it to the back on the draw. They stop him right on the edge of the red zone and pick up a 5 to the 20.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
And he's brought down after a nice game. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to.
Touchdown, Virginia Tech. What a catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives.
All kinds of running room. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Westbrook. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Works the middle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
This is well within field goal range, but the kicker will stay on the sideline, and the offense will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they get him out of bounds, but not before a sizable pickup on that one. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. He need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. They're trying to get to it. And as he throws, it falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. The 8th play of the drive coming. You'd hate to settle for a field goal. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's picked off at the goal line. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Here's the handoff. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Might as well give it to him again. Open space at the 25. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their minds.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Quarterback now breaking the field. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch them off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. He'll pull it down. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. This is a designed run. Delivers the contact. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Hokies. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Florida dominated almost from wire to wire. And a game like this makes you harken back to those Chris Leak, Tim Tebow, Brandon Spikes teams that won it all in 2006 and again in 2008. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. It's gone.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
Quickly complete. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And the Utes want to pick up the tempo. He'll just keep slinging it. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in. He got that separation.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Firing to the right, complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. They'll immediately call timeout. The Hokies will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Feeling some heat. Still looking. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half.
His extender badge keeps going
Just a
off
few
right
seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Going up top on 1st down. They're bringing heat. How about this defense making a statement to end the half with a sack? That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
When it does that, you
kick
just
this one, need to get things underway in the 2nd half.
together. If you do that, I think it's over.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10.
They'll always be on man.
And the returner will be knocked down. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I rallied my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Movement here from the tight end. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's got it. Got room at the 35. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. He's looking to throw it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Got some room to run. He's inside the 40. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Firing to the end zone, and it's his 4th interception of the night.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive, Dave.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
First down for this offense. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Slater. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Fast motion from the offense. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Quick strike complete. And there's going to be a loss on that play. Just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. Line is set on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Hokies decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one.
No.
He gets it away from his own end zone. Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this.
Hey, I can't say that didn't cross my mind. I was like, wait a minute, I'm on the 2 yard.
Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Here comes the offense on second down. Give to the running back. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Westbrook. Right down the middle. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
Caught in the backfield. It's Gomez. Fights off the defender. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running with power. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Uncorks it. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. And that is no good.
Really trying to 62 yards.
Expand the lead. It's still a 17-point push.
On the road.
Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability.
I was like hoping
That was
to
my
somehow
bad.
make it.
That's
I was
on me. I'm about to lead this offense.
you can't blame it. No.
Dang, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Still running at the 40. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This should be the last play of the quarter. They're throwing for it on 4th down. The completion well past the sticks. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period.
At the end of the third quarter, with the score, Virginia Tech 17, Utah 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. To the air, it's Westbrook. Looking deep. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Utes!
He's just running straight down the field. The thing you got to look at there is the velocity on the throw by the quarterback. He didn't lob it. He got it to him quickly, put it on his body. He was able to make the catch and then run it in for a touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Auburn went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Tigers ever do that? It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop it back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
After misfiring, it's 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
At the 14-yard line, 3rd down coming.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Trying to get to him. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any
A hot route is
offensive
that
line.
guy, right?
He's got
And then I
athleticism,
forgot his
he's got
number and had a
range,
question.
He's got flexibility and put it all on display on that side.
Oh, he was open too.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone.
I think it was square. I don't know.
And the return man has no place to run,
The
no
running
place to
back
hide,
got
and a
motion
place
from
to
the
be
left side
tackled.
to the
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Got the quick pass. Makes the tackle at the 27. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard.
Just try to guide him
They've
by
got
back,
the lead,
because he
it's
might have
late.
missed a
They're going
touchdown.
to try to tackle everybody
Right on.
inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Offense gets set for second down.
I'm used to safety coming down, so I mean he had about 2 feet there for a second.
Looking to throw, it's Westbrook. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Utah! They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step one accomplished. But this offense obviously still has work to do. But the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball.
And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. A fair catch called for and made. About to get another look at this Hokie offense. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
Man, it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
A first down for the offense. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. The delay of game pushes the offense back. On first down, here comes this offense. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. He's going to take off. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
At some point, enough is enough. This is the guy that's beating me. He's priority number one. We got to go get him. It's getting later in the second half. I got to go out and make some plays and get my offense the ball back.
This crowd bringing serious noise on this huge fourth down play. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind.
Takes the easy one to the back. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
To the air, it's Westbrook. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either
Touchdown, Utes! They move on top here in the fourth. They'll try to tack on an extra point here deep in the game. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, they've thrown 2 straight incompletions, and they just need to play pitch and catch on this next play. They're down a possession, and you don't have to necessarily get the 1st down right here, but if you don't get it, you've got to at least keep the 4th down manageable to give yourself an opportunity to keep pushing the ball down the field and give yourselves a shot to win.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for a little more on that return, but he hands this offense a short field at the 35.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Fires to the big fella. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Picked his way through the traffic for 6, but it'll be 4th down and 3 yards to go. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. He cannot get there. A 4th down stop, and now, boys, we might just have a finish.
College football is a game of inches. Let's see how this thing plays out, man. They were just trying to ice the game. If they could have gotten that 4th down, that was ball game. Now the opponent has life. Their defense has given them...
And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
We've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch